So last time we touched on how boring the bowl games are for college football. Outside of the college football playoff, which was amazing, by the way, all the other bowls, or 90% of them, left us wanting more. So how do we make bowl games more exciting? Bubba, we'll start with you.
Well, Graham, the problem is nobody cares. The season's over. Most of the guys are opting out. Most of the guys are declaring. It's like the Pro Bowl in the fact that it's prestigious, but it's not really prestigious because you're not in the big game. So I think what we need to do, like the Pro Bowl has done with the Skills Challenge, is we need to learn how to make it fun. We need gimmicks. We need pro wrestling. We need MMA. We need entertainment above and beyond the football to take it into the gladiatorial fields here. So I've come up with some ideas. I'm going to throw them out there. Let's see what you guys think of them, okay? So the Military Bowl presented by Go Bowling. I mean, first of all, the Go Bowling Bowl, come on, guys. But the Military Bowl and or the Armed Forces Bowl, two separate games. In the spirit of our armed forces, let's really amp these things up. Let's make the game played in a simulated war zone. I'm talking cannon fire. I'm talking random explosions coming out of the end zone. I'm talking random flyovers by planes just screaming by. Hey, maybe there's even a guy that parachutes down in the middle of it, just crazy off. I want chaos on this field as they're trying to run plays. That's what the Military Bowl should be. It should be about expecting the unexpected, and that's going to make it fun. That's the solution for one
happen for you, Bubba. I know it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what needs to happen. We need to militarize the Military Bowl and really make it happen. You know, another idea: both teams wear uniforms that are camouflaged. They're the same color as the turf, or even made as the AstroTurf. So you can really lay somebody down and hide them for a punt at that point. That's going to be great. That's what we need to do for the Military Bowl to ramp it up. A game close to my heart, the Phillips 76 Bowl in Birmingham, the Gasoline Bowl. What a better thing to do with gasoline. Let's play the entire game with a ring of fire surrounding the field. Maybe the end zone is just a great firewall that you have to jump through in order to make the play at that point. Let's really embrace the gasoline. Let's really embrace the flames and see what happens in the Phillips 76 Bowl right there, guys. You know, in that same thing, Phillips 76, notorious for something that I love, which is NASCAR. Notorious along with Goodyear, along with some of these other sponsors, AutoZone, a couple others. Let's get them together and let's play the most unique game in college football history that was almost already played once and was played great. I'm talking about the Battle of Bristol, baby. Back in the day, Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee. You had Virginia Tech play Tennessee in the middle of the speedway. They put a football field. Let's do it, but let's amp it up. Let's throw some cars on the track. I've been to Bristol. I'm telling you, you cannot hear yourself think when those cars are going around the field, and they're definitely not going to be able to hear a play call. Let's run some cars around the track. Let's have the game go in there. You know what? A couple of years ago, they towed in tons and tons of dirt and made it a dirt race. Let's kick up the dust and make it really redneck. Let's go back to the roots right there in the Bristol Bowl, baby. The Goodyear Bristol Bowl, the Phillips 76 Bristol Bowl. Let's kick up the dirt. Let's have the cars going around the track in the middle of the game. I think that's going to be super excited. And then, you know, I think this is my favorite one. The Serve Pro First Responders Bowl. The First Responders Bowl presented by Serve Pro. First Responders Bowl, you know, we need to honor our first responders, our police, our fire, our EMTs. And what's the best way to do that? First of all, each team gets one player in the end zone that has a fire hose that they can just randomly spray onto the field to knock down anybody that's coming toward the end zone. Let's start with that. Second of all, the linebackers are armed with tasers. So you want to start a game, the linebackers have tasers. They can't just tackle you, they can tase you. All right, so police and fire. EMTs, it's very simple. Randomly just stretchers along the field that you have to hurdle over the entire way. I think it's a good idea. But also this one comes with my favorite. It comes with a punishment because Serve Pro is known for what? Cleaning up disasters. So the winner of the game gets a massive, massive party. We're talking champagne. We're talking cigars. We're talking everything. They party it up. The losing team has to clean up the stadium in the locker room afterwards.
That's good.
We need some punishments in bowl games now, and that's how you fix the bowl system.
Yeah.
Let's bring on the gimmicks, boys. What do y'all think?
Well, I can tell that you put zero thought into your response there, and spoken as a lawyer and all the legal liability with those bowl recommendations, you are going to have a
about liability?
fat pocket. JT,
I would watch the hell out of this.
JT.
But Bob, I'm impressed. I think that you've got some great ideas there. I was really expecting you to come out with like, hey, the Music City Bowl should be like The Voice, and we'll bring in a singing contest for the linemen, and we'll play Wave on Wave. And,
shots fired.
But you brought it, man. These were great ideas. Like the best thing I came up with was, hey, let's see which lineman can throw the furthest. We'll have a QB contest with the linemen, and which QB can be a linebacker and tackle. Like my whole mind went to the Madden training camp style and having some fun that way. But you took this to a whole nother level, and guess what? You win, because I'd way rather watch what you just talked about than any idea I had.
Hey, I will say this. I am down. Back in the day, believe it or not, I was a track and field athlete. All right, let's be honest. I was a field athlete. I threw the shot put. But
athlete,
once a year, we had a race in their track and field. We called it the Clydesdale 4x100. And the rules of the race were simple. It is a 4x100 relay, except for everyone on your 4x100 relay team has to weigh over 250 pounds. I want to see fat boys playing fat boys. I think that's a great idea, Jansen. Let's have an offensive, defensive line bowl. Let's see what it's like when the big boys get to catch the ball. Let's see what it's like when they're having to run. Let's see what's happening when they're throw, when they're having to cover. We all know the greatest thing in life is a fat man touchdown.
Absolutely.
The patron saint of fat man touchdowns, of course, William the Refrigerator Perry. We love a fat man touchdown here. I want to see an all fat man bowl. I'm all above it. And you know what? It should be sponsored by Fat Boy Ice Cream Company too. That big old fat ice cream sandwich. I got the sponsorship right there, baby. Dial me up. I'm going to make it happen.
Or maybe they eat the ice cream before they.
Fat Boy touchdown, Bubba. The only thing better than a Fat Boy touchdown, a Fat Boy celebration.
Fat Boy celebration.
Tons of Fat Boy celebrations. All right, guys, a few thoughts on this. All right. In all honesty, let's make it, you've got to have 8 wins to make it to a bowl. Eliminate half the bowls up front. Give these players incentive deals, performance deals that the sponsor has to pay. Make it worth their while to come to this. But here is where I'm going. Every stadium these days seems to have LED light show, smoke. I don't know if you guys watched the in-season playoff that the NBA did, where you have a special court design. You have a court design in the championship that they did. It's in different color LED lights when they play. Let's make it more exciting that way. It's a better fan experience. It's probably better for the players. And you've eliminated all these trash bowls. That into the gimmicks that you put in there, Bubba, I think that's a great recipe for saving bowl season. The other thing I was going to say too is, how fun would it be if the other team had to run a random playbook coming into the game, and they've never had to run any of these plays? You just hand them like a random Madden playbook and say, hey, you got to run these plays.
And this week you get the triple option.
Yeah, go for it. I know you're spread, but
maybe better than that. Like maybe it's just straight up backyard football where the quarterback's just like, all right, you run a post, you run a go, you run an out, let's go. All right.
There it is. All right, moving on here.